Hi guys, good day, it's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class is all about operations on functions. So without further ado, let's do this topic. So this is where the part 2 of our video class, the part 1 of our video. We actually answer this one class number 1 and then number 2. So that will be the sum of the functions and then the difference of the functions. So if you want to learn more with regards to the part 1 class, I will just put the link on the description down below. Now, in today's video class, we'll be focusing on number 3 and then number 4. There will be multiplication and then division. So, we will be explaining this one class is step by step. Alright, so let me just erase this one because we need to explain this one class is step by step. Alright, so let's start with example number 3, letter A. There will be C multiplied by B of X. So, C of X, it means C of X multiplied by B of X. Alright, so our given C of X, we have X cubed minus 27. So X cubed. Alright, so X cubed minus 27 multiplied by, so multiplied by B of X. So B of X, that would be 3X minus 9. So if you have given binomials class, you can multiply this one using FOIL method. Do you still remember class, FOIL method? First, outer, inner, and then last. So first, x cubed times 3x. So x cubed multiplied by 3x. Once again, class, let's do it step by step, class. First, x cubed multiplied by 3x. So understood that there's 1 here. So 1 times 3, that would be 3. X cubed multiplied by x. If you're multiplying, class, algebra expression, product rule. Same base for x, same base. Simply copy x. Simply add the exponent. So once again, class, understood that there's 1 here. If you're multiplying algebra expression, same base, x, same x, copy x, simply add the exponent. 3 plus 1, that would be 4. Once again, class, x cubed multiplied by x, x raised to the power of 1 is just the same with x. Same base, same x, copy x, add exponent. 3 plus 1, that would be x raised to the power of 4. So that's why, class, our answer is 3x raised to the power of 4. 1 times 3 is 3. X cubed times x, that would be x raised to the power of 4. So this is 3x raised to the power of 4. Alright, so we're done with first, outer. So do it step by step. X cubed multiplied by negative 9. So x cubed multiplied by negative 9. So understood that there's 1 here. 1 times negative 9. Positive times negative is negative. 1 times 9 is 9. So, positive 1 times negative 9, that would be negative 9. Simply copy x cubed. Alright, so that would be negative 9x cubed. Once again, class, 1 times negative 9, that would be negative 9. Simply copy x cubed. So, that would be negative 9x cubed. Alright, so we're done with outer. So, do it step by step. Inner. So, inner this one, negative 27 times positive 3x. So, negative 27 times positive 3x. So, negative 27 times positive 3x. So, negative times positive is negative. 27 times 3, that would be 81. Once again, class, negative 27 times positive 3, that would be negative 81. Simply copy x. So, negative 81, copy x. Alright, and then last step, multiply this one. We're done with inner. And then last, you still remember, class, the FOIL method. So inner and then last, negative 27 times negative 9. So negative times negative, of course, there will be positive. And then 27 times 9. So let's do that. 27 times 9. So 27 times 9. 9 times 7 is 63. 3 carry 6. Alright, and then 9 times 2 is 18 plus 6, that would be 24. So that would be 243. So this is 243. Alright, so can we combine this one? Is this our final answer with regards to letter A? Yup, this will be our final answer, class, for letter A. We cannot combine this one, class. You can only combine algebraic expressions if they have the same letter and then same exponent. So this is x, same letter for x, but they don't have the same exponent. This is 4, this is 3, this is 1, so therefore we cannot combine. Same with this one, we can never combine 81x and 243 because this 243 doesn't contain any variable. So therefore, this will be our final answer for letter A. All set. Alright, so let me just write the answer here. We don't have enough space. So our answer, we have... Alright, so once again, class, I hope you see that when you pause the video, class, I'll be erasing this one, the solution. So our answer, class, we have 3x raised to the power of 4 minus 9x cubed minus 81x and then positive 243. That's the answer, class, with regards to letter A. Now for letter B, C multiplied by B of 1/2. So the given x, that would be 1/2. So therefore, class, we need to substitute the value of x that would be equal to 1/2. We already have the answer, class, when we multiply C of x and B of x. The answer is this one. Now we have given value of x that would be 1/2. We need to substitute 1/2 in this given polynomial. So the value of x that would be equal to 1/2. Alright, let's do that. Let's do it step by step. So substitute the value of x that would be 1/2. Do it step by step. So this will be copy 3. X value that would be 1/2. So 1/2 quantity raised to the power of 4 minus 9. Our x is 1/2. X that would be 1/2 quantity raised to the power of 3 minus 81. Our x is 1/2 times 1/2 copy plus 243. Once again, simply substitute the value of x that would be equal to 1/2 from this given polynomial. Alright, so once again, class, let's do it step by step, class. You always follow PEMDAS, class. Parentheses, exponents comes first. Once again, class, parentheses, exponents comes first. Do not multiply this one, class. Once again, class, do not multiply this one. Parentheses, exponents comes first. Parentheses, exponents comes first before multiplication. Do not multiply class 3 and 1/2. It should be 1/2 raised to the power of 4 first. You simplify this one first. Parentheses, exponent. Alright, let's do that. So copy 3. Let's do it step by step. Copy 3. So 1/2 raised to the power of 4. 1/2 raised to the power of 4. It means you multiply 1/2 by itself 4 times. So there will be 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. Once again, class, 1/2 raised to the power of 4. It means you multiply 1/2 by itself 4 times. So simply multiply the numerators. 1 times 1 is 1, times 1 is 1, times 1 is 1. So numerator is 1 because 1 times 1, that's 1, times 1, that's 1, times 1 is 1. And then multiply the denominators. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16. Once again, class, I hope you're not confused, class. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2, that would be 16. So therefore, 1/2 raised to the power of 4, the answer is 1 over 16. So this will be 3 times 1 over 16, close parentheses, alright. And then simply simplify this one. So copy negative 9. Once again, class, do not multiply negative 9 and 1/2. You simplify this one first. Parentheses, exponents comes first. So copy negative 9. So 1/2 quantity raised to the power of 3. It means you multiply 1/2 by itself 3 times. 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. So 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2, that would be 8. I hope you're not confused, class. 1 times 1 times 1, that would be 1. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2, that would be 8. So therefore, 1/2 quantity raised to the power of 3, the answer is 1/8. So this will be negative 9 times 1/8. Alright, and then this one. Alright, and then this one, simply multiply negative 81 multiplied by 1/2. Once again, class, any numerator understood that there is a denominator of 1. So we can put over 1 here, that's okay. Example 3 is just the same with 3 over 1. Any numerator understood that there is a denominator of 1. So this will be negative 81. We can put over 1, that's okay, times 1/2. So multiply the numerators, negative 81 times 1, that would be negative 81. And then 1 times 2, that would be 2. So this will be negative 81 over 2. Can we divide 81 by 2? Nope. You can never divide that one, class. You will get a decimal answer. You're not allowed, class, to have a decimal answer. Alright, and then simply copy this one. Positive 240. Alright, so check this one out, class. Can we divide 3 by 16? Or is there a greatest common factor of 3 and 16? Can we reduce? Nope. 16 is not divisible by 3. So therefore, we cannot reduce. Simply multiply. 3 over 1 times 1 over 16. Once again, class, understood that there's 1 here. You can put over 1. That's okay. So 3 over 1 times 1 over 16. So multiply the numerators. 3 times 1 is 3. Multiply the denominators. 1 times 16, that would be 16. So that would be 3 over 16. So this is 3 over 16. Alright, and then this one, so do it step by step. Negative 9 multiplied by 1 over 8. So understood that there's 1 here. Negative 9 times 1, that would be negative 9. 1 times 8, that would be 8. So this will be negative 9 over 8. So negative 9 over 8. Alright, and then copy this one. Negative 81 over 2. And then copy this one, positive 243. So we can put over 1 there, that's okay. So 243 over 1 because these are fractions. Now, if the fractions class, they don't have the same denominator, you can never combine this one class. Once again class, you can only combine fractions if they have the same denominator. Now, if they don't have the same denominator class, we need to find the LCD, the least common denominator. What would be the least common denominator class of 16, 8, 2, and 1? That's correct. That would be 16, right? We can divide 16 by 16. Let me just erase this one class. We don't have enough space class. You pause the video class. I'll be erasing this part. Okay, once again class. We can divide 16 by 16. Once again class, we don't have enough space class. So let me just erase this one. We need to find the LCD of 16, 8, 2, and 1. Once again class, we need to find the LCD of 16, 8, 2, and 1. Let me just write the answer here class. Because we will be dividing this one and then multiply. So 3 over 16 minus 9 over 8 minus 81 over 2. And then plus 243, we can put over 1. That's okay. So once again class, we can only combine fractions if they have the same denominator. Now, since they don't have the same denominator, we need to find the LCD, the least common denominator. What would be the least common denominator class of 16, 8, 2, and 1? That's correct. That would be 16, right? Question, why is that, sir? Because we can divide 16 by 16. Once again, class, we can divide the 16 by 16. We can also divide 16 by 8. We can divide 16 by 8. We can divide 16 by 2. We can divide 16 by 1. So therefore, the LCD of 16, 8, 2, and 1, that would be 16. Why is that, sir? Because we can divide 16 by 16, we can divide 16 by 8, we can divide 16 by 2, we can divide 16 by 1. 16 divided by 2 is 8, 16 divided by 8 is 2, 16 divided by 16 is 1, 16 divided by 1 is 16. Therefore, the LCD of 16, 8, 2, and 1, that would be 16. So simply put 16 over 16. Alright, and then simply divide this one class. Once again class, simply divide this one. 16 divided by 16. What's the answer class? That's correct, that would be 1. And then simply multiply it by 3. I hope you still remember this one class. During your elementary years, you have this one class, addition of fractions in which they don't have the same denominators. So simply divide and then multiply 16 divided by 16, that would be 1 times 3, that would be 3. Once again class, 16 divided by 16, that would be 1 times 3, that would be 3. Copy minus sign, 16 divided by 8. So once again class, let's do it step by step. I hope you're not confused class. 16, once again class, we can never combine these fractions because they don't have the same denominator. We need to find the LCD, that would be 16. 16 divide 16, so 16 divide 16, that would be 1 times 3, that would be 3. Copy minus sign, 16 divided by 8 is 2 times 9, that would be 18. Okay, once again guys, I hope you're not confused with this one. 16 divided by 8, that's 2 times 9, that would be 18. Copy minus sign, 16 divided by 2, that would be 8 times 81, 81 times 8, 8 times 1 is 8, 8 times 8, that would be 64. So once again, 81 times 8, 8 times 1 is 8, 8 times 8, that would be 64. So this will be 648. Alright, and then last one, 16 divided by 1 is 16 times 243. So 16 times 243. So 243 times 16. So times 16. So this will be large number. 6 times 3 is 18. So 8 carry 1. 6 times 4 is 24 plus 1. That would be 25. 5 carry 2. 6 times 2 is 12 plus 2. That would be 14. Alright, and then 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. Simply add. So bring down 8. Alright, so we don't have enough space. Bring down 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. 4 plus 4 is 8. 1 plus 2 is 3. So this will be positive. So positive 3888. So this will be 3888. Alright, and then this one, simply combine. Once again, class, 16 divided by 1 is 16 times 243. That would be 3,888. Alright, and then simply combine this one, class. 3 minus 18, that would be negative 15. So we don't have enough space, class. This will be negative 15. So let me just erase this one, class. We don't have enough space. So let me just write again, class, number 4 later on. So this will be 3 minus 18, that would be negative 15 minus 648. And then plus 3888 over 16. So we can combine this one, negative 15, negative 648, same sign, simply copy the sign, simply add the numbers. 648, we don't have enough space. 648 plus 15. So 8 plus 5, that would be 13. 3 carry 1. 1 plus 4 is 5 plus 1, that would be 6. And then bring down 6. 663. So this will be negative 663. Once again, class, both negative. Simply copy negative sign. Simply add a number. So that would be negative 663. So this is negative 663. Once again, class, we don't have enough space. So let me just write negative 663 and then plus 3888 over 16. Alright, and then simply add this one, class. Simply add this one. So once again, class, unlike sign, subtract 3888 minus 663. Once again, class, I hope you're not confused, class. 3 minus 18, that would be negative 15, right? Positive 3 minus 18. 18 is greater than 3. We copy the sign of 18. That would be 15. 18 minus 3 is 15. Now 18 is greater than 3. We copy the sign of 18. That would be negative 15. That's why we have negative 15. And then negative 15 minus 648, the answer is negative 663. Same sign, copy the sign, add. That would be negative 663. And then plus 3888, 3,888. Unlike sign, subtract. 8 minus 3 is 5. 8 minus 6 is 2. 8 minus 6 is 2. Bring down 3. So that would be positive 3225. So positive 3225 over 16. So therefore, class, our answer, final answer. So this will be positive 3,225. So this will be positive 3,225 over 16. That's it, class. All set. All set, class, with regards to example number 3. Quite complicated, right? For example number 3, all set, class, with regards to example number 3. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 4. So quite complicated for example number 3. So let's have example number 4. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 4. So our given c divided by h of x. So we can write this one, c of x divide h of x. So our given c of x, that would be x cubed minus 27 over h of x, that would be x minus 3. So we need to simplify this one, class, because our first term is a perfect cube, our second term is a perfect cube. So therefore, class, we can simplify this one by the sum and difference of two cubes. So once again, class, if you want to learn more with regards to the sum and difference of two cubes, I will just put the link on the description down below. We do have many videos, class. We do have many examples with regards to sum and difference of two cubes. But let's have a short discussion, class, how to get these factors. So to get the factor, class, if your first term is a perfect cube and then your second term is a perfect cube, and then you have plus sign, simply get the cube root of the first term, the cube root of x cubed. That would be x. Question, why is that x, sir? Because if you multiply x by itself 3 times, x times x times x, that would be x cubed, right? So therefore, the cube root of x cubed, that would be x. So that's why we have x. That would be your first answer. And then simply get the cube root of the second term, the cube root of y cubed. Once again, our second term is y cubed. The cube root of y cubed, that would be y. That's why you have y, and then simply copy the plus sign. Once again, class, to get the factor, if you have sum of two cubes, get the cube root of the first term, the cube root of x cubed, that would be x. Simply copy plus sign, get the cube root of the second term, the cube root of y cubed, that would be y. And then your second factor, class, you will base that with your first factor. Once again, class, your second factor, your first factor will be your guide. So simply get the square of the first term. Once again, class, I hope you're not confused, class. If you have given sum of two cubes, get the cube root of the first term, that would be x. Get the cube root of the second term, that would be y. Simply copy plus sign. Now, your second factor, class, this will be your guide, your first factor. To get your second factor, your first factor will be your guide. Now, questions are, how will you get the second factor? Simply get the square of the first term, x times x, that would be x squared. So that would be x squared. That's why we have x squared. And then the operation, class, for your second factor, that would be positive, negative, and then positive. It will be alternate, class. That's the rule there, class. X plus y, and then your second factor, the answer, it should be positive, negative, and then positive. So get the square of the first term, x times x, that would be x squared. Next answer will be negative. And then simply multiply x times y, that would be xy. Multiply the first term and the second term, x times y, that would be xy. So positive, negative, and last one, that would be positive. Get the square of the second term, y times y, that would be y squared. That's it, class. That's the factor of the sum of two cubes. Cube root of the first term, x. Cube root of the second term, y. Copy this plus sign, plus sign. This will be your first factor, and then your second factor, you will base that with your first factor. Get the square of x. X times x, that would be x squared. That would be positive, negative. Multiply the first term and second term, x times y, that would be xy. Get the square of the second term, y times y, that would be y squared. So your second factor, it should be positive, negative, and then positive. If you have sum. Now, if you have minus, same with our example, we have minus, so difference of two cubes. So we have minus. So our answer, that would be the cube root of the first term, that would be x. The cube root of the second term, the cube root of y cubed, that would be y. Simply copy the minus sign. And then our second factor, class, will be all positive. Get the square of the first term, x times x, that would be x squared. Multiply, that would be xy. And then our answer, class, for the second factors are all positive. Positive xy. Get the square of the last term, y times y, that would be y squared. So let's have this one, class, for you to really understand this one. Let's answer this one, class, applying the difference of two cubes. Alright, so we have difference of two cubes. Our first term is a perfect cube. X cubed is a perfect cube. And then 27 is a perfect cube. Because 3 times 3 times 3, that would be 27, right? Therefore, 27 is a perfect cube. So once again, to get the factors, get the cube root of the first term. The cube root of x cubed, that would be x. Why is that x, sir? Because x times x times x, that would be x cubed. Therefore, the cube root of x cubed, that would be x. So this is x. Get the cube root of the second term, the cube root of 27. What's the answer, class? That's correct. That would be 3, right? Question, why is that, sir? Because 3 times 3 times 3, that would be equal to 27. Therefore, the cube root of 27, that would be 3. Simply copy minus sign, put close parentheses. That would be our first factor, class. Get the cube root of the first term, x. Cube root of the second term, that would be 3. Copy the sign, minus sign. This will be our guide for the second factor. Get the square of the first term, x times x, that would be x squared. Multiply the first term and second term, x times 3, that would be 3x. Now the operation, class, with regards to our second factors are all positive. So positive 3x, and then positive, get the square of the second term, negative 3, square, negative 3 times negative 3, that would be positive 9. That's it, class. That's the factor with this one, class. This is the factor, class. Alright, and then our denominator, x minus 3. X minus 3. So same numerator and the denominator, we can just simply cancel this out. So cancel this out. Therefore, our answer, class, With regards to letter A, that would be x squared plus 3x plus 9. Once again, because if the numerator and the denominator are the same, you can just simply cancel this out. That's it, class. That's the answer, class, with regards to letter A. So let me just write the answer here. We don't have enough space, class. Letter A. So letter A, the answer. So letter A, the answer of C. C divided by h of x. The answer is equals to x squared plus 3x plus 9. That's it, class. All set for letter A. Alright, so letter B, simply substitute the value of x. That would be equal to 2. So simply substitute 2 from this given expression. So letter B. So B, that would be C divided by h of 2. So simply substitute 2 from this given expression. So 2 then squared plus 3 times 2 plus 9. So 2 squared, it means 2 times 2, that would be 4. 3 times 2, that would be 6. 4 plus 6, and then plus 9. Simply add, class, and then you're all set with regards to example number 4. Easy, right, for this one? So 4 plus 6 is 10, plus 9, that would be 19. All set, class. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 4. All set. Quite complicated, right, for multiplication and then division. Alright, so how about you try this one, class, and then you put your answer in the comment section down below. Let's have multiplication for our example. B times h of x, and then b times h of negative 2. So you try this one, and then you put your answer in the comment section down below. Alright, so once again, class, I hope you learned something new today. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. You share it to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.